Hi everybody. Hey, it's late night hours here, but by the time you're watching this, it may I don't know, it'll be early in the morning on Thursday, I guess. But it's time to talk about Avowed, a game that I have put some hours into, and at the time of this recording, let's call it about 5 hours. Um, and yeah, I kind of just got my hands on it here a couple days before I guess the game is out. In their like early access, they're doing the thing where it's like, oh, it's on Game Pass, but if you paid us some money, you could play it earlier than that. And I'm not a big fan of the framing of all of that, I guess. But whatever. Avowed. Let's talk about the actual game. I really like it so far. I really, really, really like it so far. It is. It feels like a more contained take on the Elder Scrolls style role-playing game, action, adventure, RPG, whatever we want to call it these days. And it has some really neat options for character builds and the types of weapons you can equip. Their magic system is really interesting, and I've had a lot of fun just experimenting with that stuff. I'm starting to settle into a play style, I think, but it's been an interesting go of it, just like getting a new weapon and going like, oh, how can maybe I could try this with this, and main hand, off hand, and a lot of different things of that nature. I think the story has been engaging so far. And yeah, it's basically, it's right in line with, I played the game a handful of months ago at an event, and they had a pre-made character and pre-set-up saves and all of that stuff. And I came away from that pretty impressed, feeling like, okay, yeah, no, there's definitely, like, this is looking sharp. This feels good. And that's how it's been. It's been a good feeling game. Why don't we get into the game now and just get into the game and play some of it. This is the PC version of the game. I have not seen it on Xbox, so I cannot tell you anything about that version of the game at this time. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Generating some shaders and such. Turn this down a little bit because it'll probably be a little loud. And that's looking like it's coming in okay. Is that maybe a little... we're gonna very quickly take a look at this. And that looks a little more correct color depth wise. As I said, this is about 5 hours in. This you see down in the corner here, it is signing into Xbox. It will share saves with, this is the Steam version, I guess, is I should say, which is why this is a thing at all. It appears to share saves with the Xbox versions of the game. It does not appear to go as full as Indiana Jones does in terms of like, it does not seem to have Xbox achievements on Steam at this time. Maybe that's something that is not going to show up until the game is out or something like that. But as of this recording, that is not the case. This is my dude Kai. He's like a weird scaly fish man. Here we are. We're a godlike, which if, this is, what is this? The Pillars of Eternity, whatever the overarching universe this is some part of. That's apparently a thing. I can't even remember the name of the universe that they set this in. That's how, how much that has mattered so far to the game. A godlike means basically you have weird flowers growing as part of your face, and you can customize the character. This is basically a preset with some very, very light modification. I was like, you know what? I don't have a lot of time here. I'm going to get into it. pretty straightforward. On the character stuff, you have these kind of, when you level up, you get a new attribute point, and you can put levels into that. Your speech checks are keyed off of this stuff, as well as an origin that you pick that gives you some additional options. That stuff's been fun so far. And then you also have your ability tree here. You can just put these wherever. The godlike, these are all unlocked by story. Your companion has a few skills of his own that you can elect to unlock or not. Kai is the first companion I've had for any length of time. You kind of get a couple very early on, and then you kind of get out of like the tutorial section of the game and kind of get on with it. These are this is a lot of stuff that I think you would largely expect. Generally, it's like, hey, here's a shield bash, recovery on your, like a fighting game kind of white health concept, like a charge. I almost got the charge a few times, but kept passing on it. These are not in an order. Now that I'm level 6 right now, so I can get these level 5s without having to get the level 1s above them. It's not like a tree per se. And so I've got points in, like you unlock the parry, which I feel like should just be, that was like, I think the first point is, I was like, what do you mean this game doesn't have parry by default? Come on now, what are we doing? It's 2025. Been using a lot of one-handed melee weapons, so I went ahead and upgraded that. I thought about going with a gun upgrade. I've been using guns lately. I have got one spell over here. This is an interesting... So this is neat. Over here you have some of these spells. Some of these I could unlock and add to my, like, action wheel or whatever. But some of these I cannot. And you see over there under rank 1, it says that in order to unlock Corrosive Siphon, I need to have a grimoire with this spell in it. So pretty early on in the game, and I have not found another one of these yet. You find a grimoire, which is a book. It's a fancy word for book. And it's got spells in it. And let me find it. My inventory here, it is a weapon. And you see over here, inside this book are level 1 versions of these 4 spells. And so because I have this grimoire, that means, if I want to learn these spells without needing the book, I can do so. I can put points into that part of the skill tree and not have to use it. But if you want to put your points into fighting and other stuff, but you're going to come across moments where you're like, oh, I need an elemental, like I need to be able to spit fire here. You can keep this book on you, and you can always equip it and be able to shoot fire. If you need to burn through some brushes or, just like a game reason for you to shoot fire, you can equip that in your offhand and do so. As long as you have enough mana, or essence it's called here, as long as you have enough essence to do it. And that's a very friendly way I've found to handle magic. It feels like and I could go upgrade that book to upgrade the levels of the spells that are in it without having to necessarily spend points on my upgrade tree and that sort of thing. And I think that's real cool. You have 2 loadouts, and you can push the Y button here, or triangle here. I'm on a PlayStation controller. And then it's left trigger, right trigger for your 2 equipped things, You can hold down weapons for power attacks, and you'll see that'll drain your stamina. In addition to blocking, you can also dodge. So we can dodge to the side, we can dodge back. You cannot dodge forward, that's how you jump. But you can kind of dodge around things. So the dodging, obviously with a sword and shield, you might not need to dodge as much because you've got the shield and you might be trying to parry, which is how I've mainly been playing the game. But here I've got a pistol and a spear. And so now I have no way to block. And so that stamina, that ability to dodge is going to be much more vital for handling incoming attacks. Because none of this stuff will knock them out of their attack. Maybe a charged up spear would occasionally disrupt, and a pistol occasionally will disrupt as well. You don't have to worry about arrows or ammo or any other stuff. You just dump, and shooting a gun takes stamina, which I think is a very funny concept. I mean, I suppose that's, holding the rifle against your shoulder and, squeezing off several magazines. You get tired, but I do find it funny that, that just firing a pistol takes some stamina. There are full-on rifles as well, and the rifles take longer to reload, but they do more damage, but they're 2-handers. So basically, like, you know, as much as just the same way you have a two-handed axe. I guess that's a one-handed axe. Ooh, that's a one. I just stole that off somebody. But that's not doing more damage than my common sword is. I've not found any like really crazy weapons. I'm gonna equip this wand really quick just because I want you to see it. It's fucking neat. All right, let's put that in instead of the gun. So the wand is just like, it just fucking shoots. It's a gun, also. And so it's another class of just like equipable projectile weapon. It doesn't drain your essence to shoot it off. This wand is not especially strong because it's the first one you find. But again, it's like another, and you know, there are options on the skill tree that support the wand if you want to go in that direction. And so it just creates a lot of really cool, weird builds. Like you could go shield and pistol if you want. I don't know that that would be, I don't know that I would do that, but you could. The one thing you can't do that I found to be frustrating, where I had the pistol in my main hand here. Pistol and spear. I can't use an item twice. I can't use an item in both loadouts. Like, let's say I wanted to have this shield in my offhand in both cases and just change my main hand from like sword to pistol, which is what I was trying to do. You cannot do that. It switches both hands out. You can't have the same item in both slots. I found that to be the one weird limitation in what is otherwise a pretty, I think a cool way for them to handle weapons and stuff. I mean, I do have this other shield. You see, I do have some unique items. Unique items have some additional abilities here. Beetle's Bulwark is a shield that when I'm below 75% health, a successful parry summons a beetle to fight with me. Sure. And then I've got some rings and stuff that are also treated as uniques. And so, you know, it's just like, hey, crits, deal poison damage. That's not bad. More currency when looting coins. And so, yeah, that's kind of how the action works. You know, you can set stuff to your, your radial menu as well. And so, wizard ability, minor missiles. And your companion abilities are here as well. And I healed my guy. Didn't need healing, but I healed him anyway. So I'm a godlike. I've traveled to this new land in search of what is a soul plague. There's something called the Dream Scourge that is infecting people and animals and all sorts of stuff. It's a bad thing. And so we're trying to figure out what the heck is going on. It makes, you know, you fight bears with like mushrooms growing out of their bodies and stuff. Like it's like a fungal, infection. I think, you know, if you just got some like Dr. Scholl's or something, or some Tough-Actin Tenactin and just sprayed it on these bears, they'd probably be fine. But, you know, it's ancient times. They ain't got that. They ain't got it.
Oh, good. You came over. Glad to see you up and about.
Oh, last time I entered this town, I got shot by an arrow and killed, and then had to come back to life. By the way, it's something that happens it's something that happens in the first few hours. It's not a.
I'm glad. I hate to admit it, but the guards could use your help. Most of us are off searching for the ones who attacked you. That leaves us short-handed, so people like her try to sneak in. I caught this one, but I have to check her cart for contraband. There's a lot to dig through.
Did I just say that I was going to dig through this cart? Oh, okay. Here's a... Found a grenade.
Find anything?
Finally! Someone with some common sense around here.
All right. If she says so, you can go. Welcome to Paradise.
Much appreciated, Envoy.
I'm the Emperor's envoy, here to figure out what the fuck is going on with the plague and put a stop to it, ideally. And so far, my take on it is that these Adrians are stuffy and up their own ass, and I think their emperor probably sucks. But I work for him, so, but, you know, you get a lot of choices to, you know, like, basically, you are traveling to this land, and it is largely ungoverned and lawless. And so, as the Adrians kind of make their way here more and more frequently, people are getting really skittish, like, hey, why are all these fucking cops here all of a sudden? And they're not into it. So that's kind of the lay of the land, I guess I would say. We're about to report to the ambassador to say, hey, yeah, we're not dead. So this ambassador seems like a real jerk, to the point where I would not be shocked if he was the one.
You died, but you're here. Gods, am I glad to see you.
Who tried to kill me in the first place. All right, well, something to add to the journal for later.
Envoy, is it really you?
Allow me to jump in front of you. Wait, there's stuff behind you. Some dialects, all right. A letter to the Inquisitor. Why not? Your friend in the forest. The other thing is, you know, you're typically the godlikes in this world, and you were touched by a god on birth, and then that means something in this world. But usually the godlike people know who their god is, and you don't. So a big part of it is like you're a godlike without a god.
I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviana's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel?
Yeah, so if, you know, if I had a higher constitution, I could,
Not even death can slow you down, I see. But we'll return to the topic of your untimely demise shortly. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. Did the Emperor send you with anything for me? Your writ of commission, perhaps? Very good. I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now,
this is almost like
His
the
Majesty
first, like
names
I've been
you
doing a
loyal
lot of side
servant
stuff and running
Antium
around, and
Empire.
this is kind of almost like the first
thought.
quest or something
Thank goodness.
in the
At
main
least someone understands the gravity of our
story that
situation.
I think I've done in a while here. There's an option you can turn on to hide these so you don't know that you missed out on them, and I almost turned it on, but I knew I wanted to show you what this looked like. I am dying right now. Oh my...
With that, I have better news for him. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has
I
become.
love speech checks in these games. I
both
can't
in
help it.
nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its
Or,
own.
you know, the ability
No
to,
sooner
like,
have
more
you
dialogue
arrived,
options
you
based
found
on your
yourself the
stats.
center of our
Speech check
troubles.
probably isn't the exact right term.
Well, not to mention your abrupt and untimely death. This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the dream scourge is what keeps me up at night.
I don't like this dude. I don't like this dude at all.
We can't let it reach the cities.
But everything he's saying seems like...
Thank you, Envoy. The island is in capable hands. Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is
They
a
don't seem to be
distraction.
tipping a hand that he's, like,
She's more
shady or
concerned about
anything,
these
but...
local rebels fighting against the Empire.
I want him to be shady because I think it would be cool to kill him.
At least rebels know the meaning of negotiation and compromise. But a plague kills indiscriminately. Though, even I must admit, the rebels have gone too far. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open.
No, man. No. Now I'm convinced that he's pinning this on the rebels and that he is the one that did this. That's gotta be it, right? I mean, it's a video game. Surely this guy sucks.
Something about a labor dispute gone wrong, I think. The Steel Garrote got involved, and it turned quite ugly.
A lot of disputes arise because people here have strong aversion to being told what to do.
A fair amount of those asides from your companions in these scenes.
If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the living lands? But defend it we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisen rebels must face justice. Ludwig goes where she likes, haunting the living lands like a vengeful
This Inquisitor of the Steel Garrote also seems like someone I'm going to really want to kill when I see her.
Let's make sure to give her some good news for a change.
The way everyone talks
Not
about
many
it
get
just
a chance
seems...
to solve their own murder, you know. I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market.
This is maybe a
then
little
head down
much on the
stairs
detail.
and cross the canal.
There'll be a map arrow, it's fine,
Rough
dude.
part of town, even by the standards of Paradise. Blend in, for one thing. Marius is from the Tusks, about the harshest and remotest place the gods ever created.
Trickery, lies. The gods did not build this place.
By the way, there's a voice
Let's just say no one
that is in
survives
my
out there
head.
without picking up a few skills.
That was the
Kind
voice in my
we'll
head,
need if
piping
we
up.
find hidden
The voice
assassins.
lives in the Adra, which are the glowing
Especially
crystals all
if they're
around the
from the streets
world,
of
and you have
Paradise.
some early run-ins
I
with these
suggest
crystals.
You recruit
And
as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. Oh, before you go, we received a report from Liviana about your condition. Apparently, you're in fine shape. Once your killer has been dealt with, you can come and go as you please. Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it.
so Arcane Scholar is my origin, so that's another speech option that'll show up in some of these here.
You'll have tales aplenty, that's for certain. And a long tapestry of battle scars. We'll talk more of the Dream Scourge when you return. Until then, Envoy.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Ballarrock? Besides, I could use
Really
a
pushing this
treasure like
Marius guy, but he seems like a solid dude. So I trust Kai. He seems like a... He seems all right. The Feast of Feasts. Sweet treat. All right. Let's look at our quest log here and see what we can, what we... This seems like it will be the map for the entire game is my guess here. We've mainly been in... Dawnshore is kind of the starting town, and Paradise is kind of the big city. Kind of been in and around that area mostly so far here. But yeah, let's... The skulls next to the quests imply the difficulty of said quest. I bought this treasure map. I don't know. I hate these things when they're like, here's a picture from somewhere in the game, find it. I'm like, I was staring at the mini map the whole time. How am I supposed to find that? This is okay. I think this is, they want me to kill a spider. Let's do that. Oh, that's close. Oh, hey, here's another quest also.
Wow, it's really you. I mean, we all heard the Emperor sent a godlike, but I didn't never think I'd get to meet you. You are the envoy, aren't you? I bow, but I think I dislocated my shoulder, and I might have broken some ribs.
Sure.
My brother Cadman and I ran into some trouble exploring a temple north of the city. Bears and traps and guards. What else? The floor collapsed from under us. He couldn't walk too well, and yet our captain wanted to keep going, so he sent me back for help. We're with a team from the Free Expedition Corps. We've seen a lot.
Okay.
No place like this. I fear for their lives, Envoy.
And you're just like standing around, huh?
Gods, do you mean it? They descended into the temple through a route off the Pilgrim's Path. You'll know you're headed the right way when you see trail markers and rock stacks the Pilgrims left behind. We posted a guard out front, Sedgwin. Let her know I sent you. You'll probably find the expedition with the relic we were searching for. Whatever that is. Thank you for hearing.
You know what? Let's do that. That sounds a little more interesting than these bounties that I've got. Ah, a fast travel point. Yeah, so you can fast travel.
Walk in, give her the letter, and go. You can do this. You don't have to say anything. The letter will do the talking for you. Sort of. Maybe you can. I was seeing this girl, Nasha, down at the bathhouse. I haven't been in a while, though. I suppose. Still, I can't just abandon her. I wrote her a letter, but...
Sure.
Thank you. Nasha should be working right now. The place is...
We'll handle that some other time. Is this going to be a door out? I assume. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's to another part of town. I don't know that I've been here before. In fact, I have not.
Hear me, Paradise. Did we not come here to escape the Empire? Do the Atreides not
There's materials over here.
everything we hate?
Okay, over here. The game, when I say that it, maybe isn't the same scope and all the other stuff of like an Elder Scrolls game, part of what I mean by that is like there's breakable stuff, but it's not
Don't sign
everything.
any petitions, no matter what anyone says.
It feels very calculated that way. It feels, this doesn't seem like a game where you're gonna. I filled a house full of cheese wheels, or or whatever. Right? It's not like that type of like weird mechanical physics sort of thing. Like it's a little more reined in than that. Also, there's no concept of crime in these towns, so anything you see, you can just pick it up. It's yours for the taking. You're a godlike. What are they gonna do, right? Okay, so we made it out of the building, but it's still... Wait, is it... This seems like something they need to fix. The left stick, the controller stuff on the map screen is all over the place. I'm having to barely touch this to... Okay, so here's our expedition team. Oh, so it is up ahead. Okay, well... Oh, no, that's right. I'm facing that way. We'll see if there's a fast travel point somewhere over here that we... That's too far that way. That's not gonna... You know what? Let's just... We're gonna hoof it. Which is weird, because we're gonna have to, like, walk around... Huh. Why do they have me go through this door if it's all the way the other way? We'll run around the town, I guess.
Always thought they should move to High Market. Then they'd make enough to eat.
No stamina reduction on running. Okay, let's just get out, and then we can go where we're going. I think. I hope. Well, we'll find out, I guess. Feels like that arrow should have led me through to whatever the other end of town was and led me out the other end, heading in the direction of where I was going, but it has not really done that. Okay, yeah, this'll, I mean, I should have gone here. Same thing either way, probably, so. Up there is one of those, it's a big Adra stone. You can set up a camp there. In fact, our guy wants to talk to us. So let's set up camp real quick. I can show you the upgrade system and a couple other things. Nighttime at camp, you know, you can have conversations with your companions, you know, the kind of advance, like whatever their storyline is with you. You can craft an upgrade using whatever upgrade items you've got here. I might upgrade this sword again. I could upgrade this spear. You know, I've been, but I just, I'm, you know what? Oh yeah, I'm gonna upgrade the gun. I feel like I'm going to waste all these upgrade materials and then find a bunch of stuff. But you can, a lot of these items you can break down. And when you break them down, it seemed like if you break down an upgraded item, it will...
It's still strange to see you walking around like it never happened.
Give you some of those mats back.
Get used to it. I'm glad. I'm sure you had your own reasons, but I'm glad you helped those two fugitives get to Thirdborn. A lot of people in your position would have left them high and dry, or turned them in. Yeah, I thought so too. We've all been there. I'm just glad to see people get a second chance. And I'm relieved to know you're the kind of person who's willing to grant them, even when your official duties might suggest otherwise.
Every single conversation I've had with this dude has been about this concept of people starting over.
I've been told I snore, so I hope you don't exile me from camp. By the way, now that we've gotten to know each other, let me know if you want to train together. I've been watching your form, and I think we could learn from one another.
What is that?
Yeah. I've watched
Okay.
your form
What is
as
this?
I've gotten to know you, and it's excellent. You're smaller than I am, but I picked up a few tricks from seeing the way you move on the battlefield. I'm happy to return the favor if there's anything I can teach you.
Withstand a lot of damage. Sounds like maybe a stamina upgrade. This sounds like harder power attacks. This seems like a real middle of the road thing, but...
Some of that is sheer stubbornness. But I can give you some pointers on your stance, too. That's it. You got the hang of it. I look forward to seeing what you can do when we get back out there tomorrow. In the meantime, get some rest.
+2 to Constitution. Cool. Okay. So I guess that would be like you either take the +2 con or you take a +2 in...
Okay. Seems like you were having a strange dream.
Maybe like might, or you just get +1 in each if you say show me a little bit of everything. I'm guessing that's probably what that does. All right. Let's get back out there. Also here, you know, you have a stash. If you have any, like, you can, there's like, I think this is because of the premium version of the game or something, but there are different outfits for the companions. And you can enchant unique items with stuff, but I have not gotten anything there for that yet. And I think we just go. Is this going to be the right way to go? Is this even a way I can go? No. I think it's been a pretty nice looking game. Oh, right. I remember where I am now. the Watcher or whatever is up there, and there was some lizard dudes that, yeah, these guys. Let's go fuck some guys up. We haven't fucked anybody up yet. I'll show you. I'll show you that. Bows, the arrows have drop when you fire them. The guns don't. Oop, missed. Oh, that really hit me pretty fucking hard, dude. All right, let's... Oh, it's because these are 2 skull enemies. That's why. So these enemies are pretty fucking powerful compared to me. Oh, yeah. Okay. Into the beyond, indeed. I did not, I guess, con them before just running over there and trying to fight. But, I won a fight against a bunch of 2 skull skeletons earlier, and it was not impossible as long as I took it carefully. Basically, as long as I don't do what I just did there and just run in there like an idiot. You know what? Let's just go find our expedition team. You know, I should check. Honestly, I should check and make sure that we aren't running into a super hard quest. Yeah, okay. This is 1 skull. It's a bear. Oh, I didn't get into the... There we go. The other thing you can do as a godlike is you've got this cool ability where if you sneak up behind somebody and give them one of these, you've got a cool soul blade thing that leaves their bodies glowing. Oh, hey. Oh, out of stamina. Bad for me. Gotta go. I always forget that I can do that spell. This is a 3-skull young brown bear. He says... After fighting 7 XP. It was 4 for this one, 7 for that one. Thanks. Thanks for nothing. Oh, that's a spider over there. Two skull spiders. Ah, some primal wind. There was a quest that was sending me out of like the east side of town, and that's not where I am now, is it? No. It was sending me like over here somewhere. Out this way, and suddenly like it was just a bunch of guys and they were all 3 skulls, and I was like, oh jeez. I just got murdered. Some nice looking water. Some really nice looking water. It's a good looking waterfall. I should have just eaten that instead of... You can cook. That was the thing I didn't do at the back at the camp. Is you can cook some of these foods, some of these ingredients into more effective meals. I don't need 150. I don't even need 70. I don't need to recover anything. I'm fine. I'm fine. There's a fast travel beacon over there. I was gonna say there sure is a lot of fucking dots up on the radar up there. What's up? Got a bear too? No, don't fucking bring that guy back to life. I'm gonna stab you with a... Get up. Shoot that fucker. All right. Stamina. That's bad. Also, whenever you cast that spell, something about the audio, like the way the audio has been rendered with that echo on it, really just sounds like a fighting game special move going off, and I appreciate that. These pickups will give you essence. The enemies drop them when you kill them.
This looks like the path Offric told us about.
But everybody did.
If you traveled weeks to see him, you can wait a few more days. The Temple of Aethys is closed. Ugh, I don't know why everyone in the Living Land suddenly wants to see the old kook in there, but it's not happening.
Well, come on.
Not today, anyway. Probably not tomorrow, either. Not with the way they're dawdling.
Since when do you make the rules?
Since I arrived with the big sword.
So you say I need a bigger sword. The Oracle has one. Let me in and I will borrow it.
I'm saying you need to go home because the goddamn temple is closed. The boy made it back to the embassy. I half expected him to kick off on the way there.
He was badly injured and grieving his brother's wounds. I say it is good news.
Sure. Until the Inquisitor hears he abandoned his men to go crying for his mum.
Oh.
Inquisitor Ludwig.
Oh.
You haven't had the pleasure? She's the ambassador's hunting dog. Or he's her lapdog. Well, there's something animal about her anyway.
Ooh, I'm gonna kill her. Gonna have to.
Enforcers around here. Eyes and ears everywhere. You understand? Yeda, the expedition leader, told me it was the Inquisitor who tipped her off to this place. I guess Ludwig had squeezed the information out of some rebels she was interrogating.
Lot of that going around lately.
The old godlike who maintains the temple is supposed to have some kind of relic belonging to Aethys.
And given the Steel Garrote's particular allegiances, yeah. Okay, I see the through line. I gotta say, I'm surprised there's still a temple to Aethys standing after the Saints' War.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
No accounting for taste.
You will let her go and not me. I see.
Who said I was letting her go? Yes, ma'am. The expedition
Shut
team
up, now
entered
speak.
through the cave
I like it.
just past here. They planned for a day's journey, but they've been gone for more than 3. Something must have held them up. Our freak mentioned traps and earthquakes and...
The Oracle who maintains the temple is a godlike of Aethys, so there is no telling what he is capable of.
They were carrying a lot of tools and envoy. Thanks. I know.
does this guard woman think she is?
Yeah, I don't know. She sucks. I'm with you. Oh, okay. That's a full-on load into this place, huh? All right. We're talking about, yeah, there's some kind of, you know, there's like totems and there's other stuff you can place at the base camp that I haven't found any of those yet. And I wonder if completing this will get me one of those. Huh. Well, I haven't seen anything like this yet. This is the other thing the game is really good about giving you when it knows you're going to need them is those are elemental grenades.
Guess we're on the right track.
Essence generator can be activated with shock damage. Okay.
Unseen, unheard.
Uh-huh. Well, it seems like what you want me to do is throw shock grenades at this thing, so let's... Right? Did I do that? Wait, did I do that right? Throwable. Oh, okay, yeah, it equipped it, and now I hit this.
That's it. Doors open.
Doors open, man. Oh, They did say something about traps.
Look alive. They've seen us.
They saw us, huh? Oh, they're everywhere. Okay, let's get a shield up here. Have at thee. Not a well-timed parry there on my part. Bones. Give me bones and grenades. Give me bones and grenades. Alright. There have very rarely been coins in some of the breakables, but it's not... Oh, no, wrong button. Enchanting material, some pelts. Is that really all that was in here? Was some skeletons and some stuff? I mean, hey, you know, stuff is better than no stuff, I always say. They were smart to, you know, I don't know that there would be, I don't know why you would need this in this game from what I've played so far, but the running slide is welcome. Oh, sorry. You should be able to, you know, if you hit crouch while you're running in a game, any game, in this day and age, it should do this. It should slide somehow. Why? Because that's just fun. It's just fun. Let's eat this now because we've taken some hits.
Views like this remind me why I came to the Living Lands in the first place.
Something stirs here.
Word? Let's get some more health back here. Okay.
Blood and a broken tripwire. Maybe Offrick's squad passed through here.
Good thing you noticed that, and good thing it was broken, because, well, I disarmed some tripwires about 4 hours ago and haven't seen one since, so...
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
That statue. How did anyone build build that all the way down here?
Rituals, whispers of searing light.
All right.
Zarms. Want to sneak or fight?
I mean, why not both? The benefit of a bow and arrow type setup is that it is silent, and so you have more of an opportunity for stealth. Whereas firing a gun is, you know, firing a gun, but also we can do that to this fucking guy. Oh, hey, that, yeah. The spear pistol combo is pretty satisfying. I just kind of threw it together thinking like, oh, well, I don't know. Can't really use the sword and gun because I'm going sword and shield. You do have a weight limit. I have not hit it yet. 67.5 out of 156. The other weight thing to consider is armor. You've got light, medium, and heavy. And let's see. If I highlight the armor, it should show. Yeah, so you see this medium armor lowers my maximum stam and my essence by that number. You can mitigate that with skill points. There are skills you can spend to lower those penalties for medium armor or for heavy armor or whatever. So if you want to wear heavy armor and still dodge around a lot, you can spec in that direction. Or you can wear light armor or no armor, I guess. Oh, what happened there? That was satisfying. This looks similar to the area I played in at the preview event that they had. Insofar, it was a cave full of these dudes, and it was very spread out like this. But this is, I don't believe, the same area. There's an item over there. Let's go get it. Another common wand. A letter. Even the ice carver is not impervious to the cold. Okay. We'll read that later. Some nice lighting. Oh, another trap. Yeah. Yeah.
Hold it together. We're nearly there.
So, yeah, this is not... Maybe this is the exact area we did. Because now I remember some of this... Having to jump over this water and not get shocked. But I don't remember this being the quest that... No, this isn't...
I got to be dreaming. Oh gods, am I dead? Is this the Beyond Spirit? Have you come to take me to Gallowayne's side?
The kid's in bad shape, but he's not too far gone. I think we can help him.
I'm not ready. I've never even touched a girl. It's not fair.
Not with that. No. Oh, you mean healing him. Sorry, I'm all out of potions. I don't know any healing magic either.
Magic? I had to learn some magic, but only the kind that explodes. I don't want to explode. Please help me.
I will use Dream Touch to heal him.
Oh,
creepier sensation.
so as I don't have to
Felt
waste a
alive.
potion on him.
Like vines were growing all through me.
If it works, don't question it. And look, your wounds are closing up already.
Oh, wow. I feel leagues better. I thought for sure you were coming to take me back to the wheel. Who are you? What you doing down here? He actually made it. I wasn't sure he'd come through. And he sent the Emperor's fucking envoy. Damn. Am I ever glad to meet you?
Focus. The Free Expeditions Corps. Where are they?
Right. Those assholes. They went on without
There's like a little bit of cursing in here, and I appreciate that for the most part, it's real cursing. They say fuck and shit and asshole.
All she cares about is that oracle and his relic, which is probably just
it just feels more honest than when fiction comes up with its own curse words. They always just seem dumb.
I doubt I know much more than you do.
Come on, kid.
Well, he's touched by Aethys, right? And he's supposed to be old, like, and I don't mean elf old, he's
Great.
They used to receive pilgrims.
Yeah, we've seen...
And he's building something. What's that? I mean, after all Aethys did in the Deadfire, people don't come here anymore.
Maybe
He'll
this...
be the last one to have seen. I'll just rest up here a minute before...
Take it easy.
Maybe this is the part.
Hey, envoy, for what it's worth. It's a lucky thing you found me then. Right, yeah. Got those assholes to save and everything. I hope they're better off than I was.
Equipment upgrade available. I think that just means I have enough stuff to perform an upgrade, but I don't know.
Seems like a good kid. Glad we could give him a hand. Maybe one of Juliana's girls will too. So, the kid said that went deeper. Looking for the Oracle. I say we head after him.
Okay. Yep. More upgrade stuff, and I guess let's go. Yes, this is the part that we did at that event. Where I had a setup not unlike this and came away from it going like, you know what? The guns in this game are pretty fun.
Another glorious battle.
The relic you seek is but one of the many thorns in the rotten heart of this one. Okay.
Didn't realize the head of the Steel Garrote was into antiques.
Every time this Steel Garrote Inquisitor comes up, all I can think is, man, I'm going to kill the shit out of her.
Be ready for anything.
Yes, so this is a very silly.
My sister, can it be? Come, stand in the light. Let me look at you. It has been too long. I had feared.
There are some pretty ridiculous outcomes you can have with this guy.
Oh, the very sight of you is a balm for the soul.
But I think I need to go do the other part of this quest first, so we might not see the full outcome.
He whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space? Then Sargamus spoke, and his voice swept forth with the heat and force of the bright. I am that same Sargamus. Though it has been some time since a man has knelt before me and begged absolution, as Harmka did. The people do not hold to the gods any longer, and they do not hold to their servants. We live in a time of disbelief. The gods are absent, and have recalled their gifts from the world. Avarice reigns. Acquisition is the faith to which all men bow. But perhaps there is hope. You have read the Book of Verses, and we are here together, if only briefly.
I liked the speech better when it was in the movie The Devil's Advocate.
We are not entirely alone. An expedition.
An expedition? You know, treasure maps, matching outfits, campfire songs, the works.
I am familiar with the concept, tomb raiding and the like.
I'm a big Tomb Raider
Why
fan.
they would come here. These ruins are not so different from... And this representation of Aethys, do you know... It's a reasonable question, I'll grant you. You must understand, this place has seen so few visitors for so long that I often retreat into my private quarters. To read, you understand, or pray, or sleep.
I hear you. Yeah, private
Age
quarters.
has made me slow. I tire easily. They could have already come and gone. In any case, you have... the splinter of Aethys. I suppose it was too much to hope they were truly. It rests in a shrine deep within this temple complex. The path to the relic has fallen to ruin. Although, perhaps...
If you're about to ask us to tidy up, think again. My place is a much bigger mess.
Oh no. I had something far grander in mind. You see, this construction beside us is no mere statue, but a reliquary I have built to house the splinter of Aethys in its
So he's built this big, weird electric statue.
It is nearly complete, and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. Return it to me. I am most grateful. Oh, and please refrain from touching my statue or devices. May light
So yes, he's made this big nonsense contraption in an attempt to please his god that he hasn't heard from in a very long time. And yeah, there's some pretty good outcomes. Well, it says A or B, but I guess it just... Okay, I guess B is not showing up on the map currently, so... They're probably both technically in the same direction, so...
The bridge is out, but that looks like the way to the relic.
Can't crouch jump. Come on. I thought we were gaming.
This reminds me of the Strangle Route. But how is anything...
No time for talking, man. Oh, this is bad. We got it. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. Doesn't look like there's maybe anything down there. I didn't see anything. Oh, ah. Not bad, not bad. Some more books to I'll definitely read them later. So in this case, you know, they always put an item here that in case you need it, because they don't know what you're going to have in your inventory and they need you to be able to get past this. But one of the things you can do is I can just tell my guy here, like, hey man,
Stand back.
you want to just burn that for me? Thanks, dog.
Six years in Dawnshore, and I never knew something this big was under our feet the whole time.
Well, I'm sure those sounds are nothing. That's just more of these assholes. Oh. That beetle knocked me on my freaking ass. Okay. I was too tired to shoot the gun. I was out of stamina. Oh. All right, we good? We're good. This is, you know, like I'm, you know, I could play with more finesse. I think if I was going with the sword and the shield, I'd be definitely like negating more damage than I am, because I'm just not I'm not the best at dodging, because I haven't done a ton of it, because I've
Dreams go ahead.
played most of the game
Thorns beside violets.
with the sword and shield, so I've been doing a lot of blocking and parrying type stuff.
The a pulse beating out of time. Should it be disturbed?
If it weren't for the creepy oracle and the invading roots, this place would be kind of nice.
Alright, here I am gonna switch to sword and shield, because I'm pretty sure I know what's coming after this. I'm gonna heal up with food.
False idol. It waits.
Something's moving in the main chamber. Right behind you.
All right, bunch of skeletons. That was much easier than when I did it at their event. Oh, right. There's way more of them.
On your right.
Beyond zinc!
Oh, that's my guy. Ah, yes. Godless Executioner. So in that case, I filled up his stun meter What you see is below his life meter. If you've played video games before, you know what that's about. This fucking guy just regained like all of his health though, which is not cool. That's the beetle I summoned with my beetle shield. That's real silly. Thank you, Ghost Beetle. What do you think of that? Could have timed it better. Oh. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Yeah, I had a guy behind me, huh? Yeah. This guy is regaining all of his health, and I don't know what is causing that, but I don't like it. Is it this fucking you? A lot of action here. Kind of hard to know where I'm getting hit from. Oh, that was my stamina. That was not a cool parry animation. That was a, yo, you just ran out of stamina. Oh boy. Yeah, that's that again. We gotta go. I'm gonna go try and kill this archer. I don't like that you keep shooting me. It's not cool, man. Oh boy. Let's try and save the potions because I've got them mapped to my quick bar or whatever here, and instead get some stew in. How about a little mariner's porridge while we're at it? That takes some time to regain, which is not ideal. There we go. Stunned him again. There. Easy. Meanwhile, my beetle friend. Oh, my guy got hurt. It's the first time. Hey. Hey, buddy. Okay, see you later. And so now we're presented with 3 options here. We can just go back to town and talk to that kid. We can continue looking for the expedition, or we can go back to the Oracle with this quest item we found and see what he wants to do with it. So I'm going to call it there. And yeah. That's Avowed. One gets the impression that as you progress through the game, you know, the typical kind of companion thing will present itself as you're spending more time with individual companions and they're asking to talk to you. Presumably that's, you know, you can maybe go on quests to solve their problems, perhaps romance some of them. I don't know if they've said one way or the other about that. I just assume that that's the case. I feel like that's the, like, oh yeah, it's a modern video game. You can do that stuff. But I'm still seemingly quite early on in it. And it feels like I've been doing a lot. I feel like I've been going a lot of places, but then you look at that map and you're like, oh, okay. And so I'm not really sure what to expect from the overall size of the game. I haven't been keeping up with, you know, everything they've said about it. But it feels very substantial, and I like the way the combat feels. I like the combat options feel like a lot of fun, and you can respec. It costs you some money to respec if you want, but you know, that's like if you decide suddenly you don't want to use bows anymore and you want to go with wands or whatever, and you've spent a bunch of points on bow stuff, you can, you know, you can get it back. And I think that works out pretty well. Yeah, I'm really digging it. You know, I think the world has a nice feel to it. I think that the intrigue or the setup of you being an envoy of the Emperor and then immediately hitting you with plenty of opportunities to just be like, yeah, the Emperor is like, yeah, you know, I don't know, he's whatever. Like I'm just here trying to figure out what the fuck's going on and what's up with me and all this other stuff. So, you know, you could play it super straight and be like, I'm here for the Emperor. You know, that's kind of the dialogue trees tend to, when it comes to those sorts of quest lines, they work in that fashion of just like, are you really loyal to the Emperor, or do you just kind of like look the other way? You're just like, whatever. Like with the lady with the grenade in her cart earlier, you can just kind of go like, I don't see anything. And let these scoundrels get up to their business. And that's been satisfying so far, I'll say. And this is just the first companion, so I assume we're gonna see. At the beginning of the game, you do roll with 2 companions at the same time, so I'm not really sure what the upper limit is on your party size. But yeah, it's got a good feel to it, and I'm liking the story stuff so far, and just the characters, like the style of writing. It doesn't get too bogged down in, you know, old English knights and, you know, like all that sort of stuff. Like it feels a little fresher than that, which is nice. Yeah, overall, like getting to the bottom of like what this godlike without a god, what's going on with your player character, and what are the things that you learn about that along the way. And, you know, because the gods of this universe are something that's set up by the overall the pillars of eternity, or whatever that stuff is. I think a lot of that is pre-existing stuff. Again, I should look up. It is pillars of eternity, right? I'm not. Yeah. Yes. The 2015 Pillars of Eternity, and they are working on a sequel, Pillars of Eternity to Deadfire, apparently. Or did that, wait, what? It says coming in 2024. That can't be right. I guess it. Okay, no, that's the page dates were all wrong and stuff. I see. Okay. Anyway. So this is a game set in that universe, but I don't think you really need to know that. Like, they give you plenty of impetus to get going without you necessarily having a deep understanding of the world in which this is set. Obviously, otherwise I'd be like, I don't know what's going on. You know, but they do a pretty good job of setting up this storyline and this universe in the opening bits to the game. So I think it works really well on that front. And yeah, I'm having a damn good time with it. It's been really neat so far. So I'm hoping it kind of keeps the same pace. It's been hitting me with a lot of bounties and side quests and all this other stuff, and so there's just a lot of diversions to kind of keep you, you know, looking for other stuff to do and whatever else. Like I said earlier, some of the systems aren't necessarily as deep as or as nuanced as maybe some of the stuff you would expect in an Elder Scrolls game. Like I said, there's no, as far as I can tell, there's no crime system. There's no like, oh, I needed to crouch and steal this, and then someone saw me do it, and then they called the cop. Like, you just walk around town picking stuff up. It's not a big deal. I think that's a decent simplification. Like, I'm totally okay with it. And you know, the environments don't feel as breakable as destructible as maybe you might expect from like an Elder Scrolls game. Maybe that's the other kind of visible part, that if you're kind of picking out and going like, okay, there's this, and this. But I don't mean to say that this is like an Elder Scrolls light. That's maybe a little overly reductive, because I really like the way that they build the characters and the loadouts and the skill tree stuff. Like, the options at your disposal feel really good. And there's already like a bunch of different stuff on those skill trees that I'm looking at and going like, oh, I would really benefit from that. Or, oh, I could really use this. And like, there's just a lot there. I feel like one of the worst things you can get out of a game is like a bad skill tree, where you just look at it and just be like, none of this stuff fucking matters. Like, none of this is going to help me be better at this game. Like none of this plays into the way that I feel like I'm playing this game. That's the worst feeling. This feels like the opposite of that, and that's nice. So overall, you know, again, we're really just talking about the first, you know, 5-ish hours or so. But I'm really liking what I've seen so far. And so, yeah, this is something I'm really looking to spend some more time with, for sure. I have another unreleased game I also need to play some of as well. But I kind of want, I want to spend more time with this immediately. So that's my take on Avowed. Check it out, I guess. I mean, you know, whatever. It's going to be on Game Pass, so you know, you should check it out. It'll be there, or I guess it'll be on Steam if you want to go down that road. And I think they'll let so I think this video will hit exactly at the time that it is made available to people who buy the game. Yes, that is exactly what it is. So yes, as of right now, you could pay money to play it, or you could wait another 5 days and play it on Game Pass. Something about them marketing Game Pass as play the games on day one, and now doing this other thing where they say like, oh, well, this isn't day one, this is day -5. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. It feels like a letter of the law, spirit of the law situation where it's like, oh, you just engineered a way around this, but it doesn't feel honest. It doesn't feel right. It feels shifty. It feels shady to do it this way. It feels like a case of like, oh, well, you know, yeah, Game Pass Ultimate subscribers, they're the best customers. The best customers should get the best deals, the best offers, the best treatment. But here's a situation with someone who is not paying any of the subscription fees and just come in and buy the game and be playing before you can, even though you are a loyal subscriber to their service. I mean, the money obviously adds up in a different way, where it's like, actually the person paying full price for this one individual game is technically spending more money on that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't, it doesn't sit well with me. But that's a separate conversation, and it's not just an Avowed problem. It's something that they're doing with multiple games now. So I'll kind of leave that there. But yeah, that aside, Avowed, heck of a game so far. You should check it out. And with that, I will see you next time.